Hola, mi gente. It's your girl here. I got something on my mind. It's time to talk. The thought that is coming to my mind right now is the actions that people take to mix in with a crowd to be accepted. What does this have to do with self-love, self-first? Well, let's talk about it. It has a lot to do with self-love, self-first. Because when you are in a journey of self-love, self-first, baby, there is a moment where you are by yourself and you enjoy it, right? So when you finally come out and you are around people, you're more conscious and you are more aware of other people's personalities, right? Because you done shed it and you're paying attention to everything. So you are not the type of person that is trying to keep up with the Joneses. But you do realize when someone else goes out of their way to keep up with the Joneses. You notice when other people go out of their way to keep up with the Joneses. I don't know if you guys realize sometimes I'll say things twice. It's because I'm trying to correct my speech and I don't re-record. Okay? This is all natural. So when you got a person who's out there that's trying to keep up with the Joneses and trying to do the most, trying to be accepted, very distasteful, if you ask me. Because when you're conscious of self, all the love that you put within yourself, you start to realize what love is not. And then you start to realize how much people really don't love themselves. Wait a minute out here. And if you like me, you kind of guilty of doing that same thing too. Maybe not to that extent, because I done seen some things out there and I'm like, wow, they doing the most. They doing the most to be accepted. It is distasteful when you are out there trying to act, portray. And you know, a lot of that stuff comes with lies, gossip. People be lying about themselves, gossiping with people just to kind of like keep in the crowd. It's, you know what's funny? How people who gossip, they gossip with each other to gossip about somebody else. And when that person goes to that other somebody else, they're gossiping about that person that they were just gossiping with. I ain't got time for that. And you shouldn't either. Because when you doing self-love, self-first, baby, you don't have personalities like that. You clean up. It's cleanup time. And a person who has conscious personality, you got love, baby. We ain't got time to be gossiping with people. We ain't got nothing to talk about. I don't want to sit here and be that type of person to be speaking with you about person number C, person letter C. And then when I go to person C, we're talking about you. Like, what we doing here? What we doing here? People got some real gross personalities out there. And they really think it's okay. And it's all about being accepted in a crowd that you don't know how to put your foot down and command when they're overstepping their boundaries. Because even the people who mix in crowds and trying to be accepted, they too go home with headaches, body aches, and then they wonder why. That's because you're mixing too much. You're doing You're doing social mixology. I'm gonna call it that. Social mixology. OMG, I gotta laugh at myself. Social mixology, and that is a case for madness, toxicity, acceptance. You need acceptance to feel like you were part of the crowd? That's so lame. It's so distasteful. It's so not, it's not a vibe. That is not a vibe. And you know what? A lot of people do that. And they don't even realize. There's some who don't even realize they're doing it. And there's some people who do it and they get a kick out of it. Low vibrational personalities. That's what that is, y'all. Low vibrational personalities. And you are better than that. Okay? When you practicing self-love, self-first, it's about love. It's about kindness. It's about joy. It's about richness, value. It's about high vibrations, high frequency personalities. It's about you knowing who you are. You valuing your space. Don't let nobody disrespect your space. You understand? Because the same way you talk about that person gonna go right behind your back and talk about you. You know how many people came to me and told me, oh, they talking about you. Oh, they be over there talking about you. And, you know, personally, me, I don't care. Do what you want. But then they'll go with that same person and still talk about me too. So you sitting there trying to tattletale on someone else, but you can't be trusted either. Anyway, so listen up. A lot of folks need to learn and grow up and step up their game, because there's a lot of adults that's not adulting. They're trying to be accepted. And again, I'm gonna say it. It's very lame. Very lame. You understand? So I don't know who this message is for, but whoever this message is for, I'm here for you. I'm here to show you how that is not the way. And if you trying to change what's going on in your life, you definitely need to know that there's certain traits, certain vibrations. It's not it. It's just not it. So self-love, self-first at all times. Okay? Always remember that. Always. Every single day. And you know what? Practice it with every single person that you come across. Because it's a practice that eventually becomes a lifestyle. And you, too, in those moments, will feel and see the difference. Okay? But you gotta be patient. And you gotta not care. Like, don't be worrying about other people's and how they're gonna feel about you making changes. It doesn't matter. They're gossiping about you anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Right? You don't want people around you that's like that. Self-love, baby. Let's find our tribe. Self first at all times. Ciao.